Because everyone plays Monopoly different.
True.
Everyone's got their own house rules, and some people think their house rules are the real rules.
Yeah.
But there's stuff like, did you know that if you land on a property and you don't buy it, it goes up to auction? Everyone gets a chance to
Every single time.
every single time.
What do you mean every time?
Every time. If
If
you
any
land,
player lands on it?
any player lands on it, and if they opt not to buy it, it
There's
goes
a
to
time-
auction.
Yeah, and there's
So
a
if-
time limit until the next player rolls, which is what they emulated in the game with an actual countdown.
That's the legit rules of the game.
This is okay. Yeah, board games are not meant to be played with more than one person. I've decided it should be you and an AI.
YUNKJunk!
Hey everybody, welcome to Tubby Talk. Newsflash, we have a sponsor this week, and the sponsor is actually these guys.
What? Yeah, we are organizing the first Super Smash Brothers tournament in Main Street history, as far as we know.
Yeah.
It's called Super Smash Yunkers, and it's going to be on February 10th. It's on, the coolest part, it is on stage at the Venice Island Performing Arts Center.
Which is a large theater setting here in
The
Manioc.
largest stage in Manioc.
Yes. So please,
I mean, the website says so.
if you have any interest, it's going to be so fun. It's going to be, it is going to be just like a fun game, but also competitive. You get to go meet other gamers. It's just $5 to get in.
Yeah.
Double elimination, no items. Pick whatever character you want. We're going to have 4 stations. Please visit SmashYunkers.com and register ahead of time because it's going to fill up.
Yeah, and it will fill up. I mean, people are very excited about this. You can see right there on the website, Dylan has it. Once again, it's Saturday, February 10th, 2024. That's this year.
That's right.
Check-in is at 11 a.m. Matches begin at 12 p.m., and the entry fee is $5. This is huge. Everyone I know is already very, very excited about this, and I am so excited about this. Please go if you just want more gaming events in general, if you support us taking over a friggin' theater so that we can play video games on a big-ass screen. I just think this is so cool, and again, it's from the Tubby Robot Ice Cream Factory guys, but it is its own thing, SmashYunkers.com. So everybody, make sure you head in, and I'll kill my radio voice now. I went right into promo mode.
It was perfect.
I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Yeah.
So speaking of promos, a promotional item that we were all really fond of were board games back in the day, and they found their way into video games.
They did.
So tell me about this. This is your guys' idea of, and the more I think about it, the more I'm like, there were a lot of board games that found their way into video games.
There were lots of classic games, move around the board with the P style, like Monopoly.
Yeah.
Sorry, those are all types of those are video games that have been released for NES, SNES, probably even Atari.
Yeah, the 2600 had some games on there. There was a version of Monopoly, it looked like. From the inception of console games, people tried to put board games onto them.
It makes perfect sense in that, you would take a game that works in the real world and put it in the virtual world.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there were some challenges there.
Yeah. I mean, some are better adaptations than others.
Okay.
Some are more boring.
Yeah.
And I find a lot of it comes to, I'm thinking like one of the first ones I played was Monopoly.
Yeah.
Monopoly on the original Game Boy,
Mm-hmm.
which for some reason my family fought over. One of the families had it and we all wanted to play it, but we all wanted to play it single against the computer. We played against the AI and it wasn't great. It was like a quiet game. Like, there wasn't music or anything. So it was just,
So many pieces to the Monopoly box. Who wants to set all that up every time
yeah.
you want to play Monopoly?
yeah.
So much easier on a Game Boy.
Oh, God, that is such a magical thing to see.
Yeah, that Chrome, this is exactly what we fought over. Look how good it looks.
Yeah, you know what I did notice? On all the cards in Monopoly, there's typically like a little animation or something. And on like the, when this was just like warming up, it was showing, the Monopoly guy. I think that's his official name. Maybe it was the Monopoly man, but
Rich Uncle
Pennybags, I think.
what?
Rich Uncle Pennybags.
He has a name?
I think so.
I thought it was the Monopoly guy, but I got that from Ace Ventura.
Either Rich Uncle Pennybags or Moneybags.
Yeah.
But I remember on the cards, there were little
Milburn Pennybags.
Milburn
Rich Uncle
bags, more commonly known as Rich Uncle. Wow.
Totally right in all counts, Steve.
Congratulations. Here, jump a little bit further ahead on this, Dylan, so I can see some actual gameplay.
Oh yeah, riveting gameplay on this.
Well,
Oh wow!
Yeah.
The properties are just a list of names.
Yeah, we were fighting over for some reason. So you see the game.
Okay.
They actually fit the whole board under that resolution, which is kind of impressive. But yeah, you'd see this.
it's not bad. That's Monopoly.
The one thing that was nice about it is it went way faster than normal Monopoly because like it did the rolling and the counting and the money all automatically.
Well, you know what? I was just going to say the second thing you just said, the counting, that would make this more fun.
Yeah.
In that you're not relying on your dad's terrible math. Do you know what I mean?
You're also not able to fudge it with house rules, though. It takes
Exactly.
some of the fun, but
Well, yeah, and it was the first time I ever played it right because
There's a time function. This is a better way to play Monopoly.
Yeah.
I'm totally changed. I just saw it counting down.
for the Game Boy, man, it's a pretty good port. And like actually see the numbers on the die as he rolls them.
look at the money going into the game.
Well, that's what I was going to say about Milburn. It's like, if you get, what is it? The treasure chest? What's it called?
Community chest.
Community. Boom. They're just showing it right now. There's like an animation that they show of it instead of just the card. You're seeing it here? That little tap, that makes me happy. But the speed of this game, and I don't know if my man is just cranking on the A button,
Yeah.
but
in fact, it's able to move this fast.
I love that it rolls. This is great. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, we fought over this because we were like, look at this.
Faster and more fun to play with the AI. It defeats board game logic.
Yeah, and it really was the first time we played with the right rules because everyone plays Monopoly different.
True.
Everyone's got their own house rules, and some people think their house rules are the real rules.
Yeah.
But there's stuff like, did you know that if you land on a property and you don't buy it, it goes up to auction? Everyone gets a chance to
Every single time.
every single time.
What do you mean every time?
If
any player lands on it?
any player lands on it, and if they opt not to buy it, it goes to auction.
Yeah,
So if
limited player rules, which is what they emulated in the game with an actual countdown.
That's the legit rules of the game.
this is okay, yeah. Board games are not meant to be played with more than one person. I've decided it should be you and an AI.
Yeah, so yeah, we played this a bunch. I love this. I don't know why, but we were seeing there's an
get it.
appeal. There's an appeal.
Also, Chris, the funny part is you can set it for 4 players, all humans, and you physically pass it.
Yeah.
But your family was like, no, you're going to do 2 players, me versus AI, and we're going to take turns playing.
And I don't remember if it was pass and play or if it was like Game Link and you needed 4 copies of the game, which I hope no one
Maybe.
had.
But like from what they showed on screen earlier, I don't think you needed
Yeah,
pass.
I mean,
How many people in your family were fighting over the Game Boy?
like 3 of us.
3 of you?
You,
Yeah.
your sister, your mom.
Like it was the Waxer side. My cousin
Oh,
John,
okay.
his family had it. So
John's a Monopoly shark.
yes.
So I get it.
I actually the Chrome they're using really looks authentic. The way they're displaying it, it's
Yeah.
great. This is what the Game Boy looked like, only harder to see.
Yeah, this is
Extremely.
way too
I
bright.
mean, well, you know what this is? This is if you got one of the kits that had the lights on top of it and the
Yeah.
magnification. This is wonderful. I'm gonna. So the reason we brought this up though is we have found that there are games that are on every system, Monopoly being one of them.
Yes.
So could we see, Dylan, maybe you scroll through some other systems that have Monopoly?
Yeah, so if you look for
Like, was there a
Family Game Night property, it's from Hasbro,
Okay.
and they have like 15 different versions, it seemed like, and each version has a different set of games, either original
There it is.
Hasbro
11
games
months.
or games that were adapted for gaming. Some better than others.
Wow. So that's a lot of games.
Yeah, so this one I played when it came out and was very excited. Like me and my wife played this a bunch.
Yeah.
For some reason, we were like, "Oh, Boggle! It's so much more exciting on it." I don't know why.
Did you play it 2-player or did you stay? Are you the kind of guy that if a board game's on a device, I'm playing against the computer?
It was 2-player we were playing.
Okay.
But there's an appeal to playing against the machine for sure. But yeah, look at like because you see how he's in the upper left hand corner. You could do 4 players playing Boggle at once.
I mean, this would be, I think, boy, I mean, this is putting me in a tough place because, we know the most addicting game ever for normies was probably Candy Crush. Like, that thing took over the world, as did Words with Friends.
Yeah.
Of like, those were games that you played online, you made friends online and whatnot. But a board game to me is supposed to be a family or communal friendship event.
It
and
is.
This nukes that.
Yeah.
Because even the friends you have, if you're playing online, that's probably not as enjoyable. Whereas this might be great to play on the couch.
You have to look your
pass the
fellow
paddle.
capitalists in the face as you rob them of all their money in Monopoly when they land on Boardwalk.
It's true.
Or else it doesn't have the same appeal.
Yeah, you don't hear them crying
And I
unless
think
they're in the room.
the idea of this was to be multiplayer and communal. I mean, they called it Family Game Night. Like, I think the implication was you got your
Sitting
family
around with their
together.
controllers.
Yeah, you're all sitting around.
With the Kinect, because it worked with the Kinect and the PS PlayStation camera, whatever it was called. I
Yeah,
think
and that was mostly for voice commands.
Mm.
You could yell Yahtzee.
I think Yahtzee's on this. Can I see Yahtzee?
Yeah, we could.
Because that's what? The fun of Yahtzee is putting dice in a cup,
Yeah.
shaking it up.
to be fair, oh wait, I just unlocked a memory. I was like, I've never played Yahtzee. As I
Dylan,
started
that
to
was
say that, I remember playing Yahtzee.
With Mr. Potato Head?
Yeah, Mr. Potato Head was the mascot. You got a 3D Mr. Potato Head.
Best game ever.
I never played Yahtzee. We had Yahtzee, and I played around with the dice in the cup. I never played the game Yahtzee though.
Hold on. So this is Hasbro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
no
it's
reason.
called
There's no reason Glover is not in this game.
Glover? Well, aside from it not being a board game.
There's no reason that he is not the hand.
that hamburger helper.
Yes.
Glover?
That was a Hasbro video game.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. Well, there's probably a big reason he's not in this game. Besides, he's not a board game, like you said. That
he
Hasbro
flopped
licensed
hard.
it. He licensed it from whoever makes Chef Boyardee.
No,
whoever
it wasn't.
makes-
It wasn't the same character. It was just
Oh, it
a
wasn't.
similar glove-shaped
Oh,
character.
I thought it was literally.
It was not literally Hamburger Helper, because Hamburger Helper had a red nose.
And not to go on a tangent, he had a buddy named Cheeseburger Helper who had
Yeah.
a yellow nose.
Yeah, it was. We're getting deep into the lore of Hamburger Helper here.
Look, I see white gloves, I go all in. I want to
Yeah.
know. You know
Oh,
what's
no,
crazy?
We triggered something on the Mac there.
Oh, do you unenable dictation? That's Dylan's spacebar 3 times. He got too excited when he saw Mr. Potato Head like me.
But so you're saying, yeah, the
I got the nod.
the physicality of the board game is a big part of it, right? You're playing it, but they try to emulate it with Yahtzee. It's not bad.
That's not bad.
Like, I know I probably spent a couple hours playing this with my wife. Like this.
That's beautiful.
We could have had a cup and dice, but
I thought you were going to say we could have had another couple of kids, but we decided to stick with Yahtzee.
well, it's funny. Oh, another one that came out recently. Did you play, what was it called? 51 games on the
Clubhouse
Switch.
games.
Clubhouse games.
Clubhouse games? No, I didn't.
It has a bunch of the old
It's on
manish
Switch?
games ever.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
Nintendo
Like
published.
Backgammon, Mancala. It's got Mastermind.
Yeah,
Well, I was
Clubhouse.
going to ask: Is Moncala? Is that?
I got-
Is Moncala or Mancala?
I guess not the same class as Mastermind.
Okay, so so
It is on here though, right?
I don't know that I
Yeah,
ever would
yeah.
have classified these
There
as
it is.
board games, but I guess they are board
Yeah,
games.
these are, I'd definitely call them board
Mancala's one of
games.
the oldest board games, if I remember.
It's got checkers, it's got Chinese checkers, it's got a lot. There's 51. How can you go wrong?
I freaking love checkers. Like I know that's like the. I mean, I love chess too,
Years.
but I love checkers. Checkers can be so fun, especially if you play with like a toddler and just roast them.
So you have not played Clubhouse games 51
I have
on
not.
the
I had
Switch?
not even heard of
This
Clubhouse.
is actually a big release.
Is it a Nintendo?
It is a
property?
Nintendo property.
It is.
Yeah, officially
They had
developed and licensed.
They had on DS too, or Game Boy Advance or something.
Yeah, yeah,
I tell you, boys, 10 years ago, I would have bought it just because it was a Nintendo property.
right. And that's kind of why we were, oh, well, let's see what Nintendo does with these games. And
I never did this called Hit and Blow. I love this game.
Mastermind.
Okay, they maybe named it. Okay.
Yeah.
Blow.
I don't even know what Hex is. Like, I didn't play this one.
Super Checkers.
Could you guys imagine back in the day? I mean, like the 1800s, like walking into a board game saloon where there's just board games everywhere and just old timers with great mustaches playing games.
The accordion doors.
Yeah.
Stroll in.
Sit
Slam
down.
down your dice.
King me.
Backgammon. That's one that one day I want to learn. I've never.
Ludo. I don't.
Ludo is as sorry, basically.
Is Parcheesi in this?
I mean, no, sorry, it's Parcheesi.
Not to my knowledge.
As I remember, Parcheesi.
I think Parcheesi
is an
I think-
old game too.
I think
right?
Parcheesi is a brand name for the game of Ludo.
See, Yacht Dice here is Yahtzee. But
Oh.
I played this. For some reason, it's so compelling on this game.
Renegade. This was called Othello. And
I like the
whatever.
animation. I like the animation. Oh, Mahjong?
Yeah. There's something about like the presentation, like Nintendo did a great job. Like
Yeah.
it feels physical. Like
That shield
you're not getting the sound here, but as they drop like all the marbles, you hear it.
Yeah.
And there's a visceral
They
reaction.
have to have Go in this, right? It's a Japanese. It's a Nintendo
It's gotta
property.
have go. It's gotta have go.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
I had a Fuda.
Because even like robots like Go now, right?
Yeah.
Didn't that robot beat like the Go grand champion
Yeah.
and it was a big deal for AI?
Yes.
Yeah, because it's a lot more complicated than chess.
Yeah.
So how about card games and stuff? Did
I
you
was gonna. do you classify a card game as
Wait,
board
they
game?
call it last. This is Uno, but they call it last card.
Yeah.
President.
See, I classify this differently. I would say this is not a board game. It is a club game.
a tabletop game.
Oh,
I
that.
got speed on.
Yeah, but the Nintendo is on the Nintendo on the Ace card. Just reminded me. No, this is what Nintendo started as.
Yeah,
It's a
They made
Hanafuda.
Yeah, Hanafuda cards.
Were they playing cards?
Yeah, it was the-
Like games.
Yeah, they showed Hanafuda earlier. It's a card playing game.
It's a
Kinda
Japanese
like-
card playing game.
Yeah, I guess it looked kind of like Mahjong, but with cards a little bit. From the little bit they showed.
Yeah, I want to. I have a set that my wife got me from Japan from like Nintendo made,
Nice.
and I want to learn how to play it.
That's Wii Bowling. Get out of here.
Yeah,
It's a clubhouse game. You play these games in a clubhouse.
yeah,
Dude, if we could create a clubhouse that had all of these games, I would never leave.
working on it.
I heard.
Golf.
Golf.
Okay, that's kind of stretching it.
Yeah, that's just.
Well, it's tabletop golf.
Well, now it's variety games. You got tanks.
Okay.
And these are just like.
Now we're into a real video game here.
Oh, that's like that other one.
It's one of the 51 games.
No, there's the
Everybody loves
the round one that
Yeah.
everyone hits.
Well, Battle Tanks is a
I play that
Okay.
all the time. Is my dad? No. Fishing.
just fishing.
Just fishing.
Okay, come on. That is not a
Well,
board
block
game.
cars is legit. That's the thing.
That is true.
And then the single player games.
This is
I
what
didn't
you-
even play. I need to go back and play this game again. There's so much in it. Mahjong
You
Solitaire.
know what this reminded me of is there.
Contact is the 50th game. Sorry.
No, please.
Oh, Spider.
Spider Solitaire. I remember that on Windows 95.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we're excited. I just want to play this game.
All the cards going
You
over.
were playing it with your daughter recently, right?
Yeah.
So something in
Which
this.
game were you-
Oh, sorry. No, I didn't mean to interrupt.
I was like, which game were you guys playing?
Well, video game or
Yeah, I thought you were playing the Clubhouse games video game recently.
we not recently. No, not
Oh,
Clubhouse.
Well, what did you play with your kids?
Well, recently, Steve and I have been playing this game called Gloom Haven, which is a board game. It's a very complex role-playing game board
The
game.
box is gigantic. It's like 50 pounds.
It's huge, but there's a digital version that we're playing, and the digital version.
Much simpler and easier.
And we played both. We played first we played
The
spin-off.
expansion,
Uh-huh.
Jaws of the Lion. It
Give
would
me
take
the,
20
give me the
minutes.
third one there, Dylan.
It would take 30 minutes to set up and break down.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So many pieces. You have to. It's so fiddly. You have to do all the math yourself.
Whoa.
But this is really, it's like a dungeon crawler sort of, almost like a different take on like a D&D sort of thing.
Is this the game?
This is the
Yeah.
game.
This,
I'm sorry. Is this the board
tabletop.
game or is this the
This
game?
is the board game.
Yeah.
Okay. This
Yeah,
is what
the
I wanted
book-
to see.
Yeah, you had to like find the number in the book. You go through it, read the instructions. You figure out how to beat the scenario.
And all
Uh,
of these kind of come from D&D, right? D&D was
The
kind of the
D&D
birth
inspired,
of
yeah.
creating
Yeah.
RPG board games.
The difference in this one is the way combat plays out is very different. It's all cards
It's very
based.
it's very tactical.
Wait, it goes into Yu-Gi-Oh?
A lot too dissimilar from you. It's so instead of like summons, which is like Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon, this
Yeah.
is like you have abilities, and you see on the right there, she's got like 8 cards, and each one's got an ability on the top and the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And so every turn you get to choose 2 cards, and you have to do one from the top and one from the bottom of one of the cards. Wow. But you can't do 2 bottoms or 2 tops.
Yeah.
So it gets so I want to do most of the time attacks on the top and movings on the bottom. So you can't do 2 moves unless you have a special card that lets you do it. So it's very tactical.
Well, it's reminding me a little bit of Magic the Gathering, like mixed with a board game.
Yeah.
I mean, this is advanced. What are the ages for games like these?
This I don't 25 and up is what I would say.
It probably says 12.
It probably says 18. I would guess. I don't know.
I mean,
And
we
you
can
said
check,
there's a
but
digital version of this?
Yes.
What platform?
So it's
Word.
on PC.
It just came out on Switch in like September.
Oh,
Yeah.
can we
Switch
do
it like
Gloom
PS4.
Haven Switch, please?
Yeah, and so like it simplifies all this mechanics Chris is talking about, especially choosing which half of the card to play. You can't play the same half on both cards.
Yeah,
so-
it doesn't let you cheat.
Yeah,
Oh, it's Final Fantasy
Let's-
Tactics.
let's make mistakes.
Not
Yeah,
entirely dissimilar.
it's grid based combat. Each mission has objectives depending on either kill all the enemies, get to a particular tile, or we just played one where we had to loot 3 chests and run back out the way we came.
But every time you loot a chest, a door of enemies
So a
opens.
bunch of enemies popped out.
So there's a lot going on right now. There's 4 of us, and we're playing a campaign with 4 of us every week. And
Cool.
all 4 of us are sitting around with laptops. We used to be sitting around a board, and now we're all sitting with laptops, and it
Oh,
does go
interesting.
faster.
It does go faster.
Well, I don't. Even
Are
think
you
it's
linked?
that much faster?
Wait, are you guys having a LAN party?
Technically,
Technically,
I think you are.
a W LAN party.
we're having a LAN party for a board game.
Yep. WAN party.
Yeah, it's a WAN
a
party.
WAN party.
It's a WAN party.
It is.
That's great.
So
Yeah,
it's really fun. It is complicated, but that's part of the fun because we're all talking about like trying to figure it out together.
The digital version taught us a lot of the rules we were doing wrong.
just like Monopoly.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're like, oh, this is how that's supposed to work.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's great. If it still feels, well, how does it feel? Does it feel the same? Is it smoother? Is it more fun?
I'd say the feel is different,
Okay.
but they're both fun.
I think I like the digital version better because there's less breakdown and setup time.
Yeah.
If someone else was setting up Gloom Haven for us and we just sat down and played, I think I would be fine playing the tabletop one. But I like the digital one for the ease of use.
Well, and the thing with this game is when there's enemies out, they behave a certain way, and you have to calculate what they will do. But the computer does it for you in this,
Yeah.
which is nice. You can play this game one player, by the way, and just like
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that on the board game. You can
Yeah.
play the board game one.
and there are a lot of board games that are now designed so you can play them solo against the ether.
What?
Yeah.
No AI.
No AI. Well, the AI
Just chance.
is the chance of the card
Yeah.
coming out. And
The heart of the cards. Go back to Yu-Gi-Oh.
yes, it's still pretty fun.
You know, I'm looking at this, and what I'm looking for is the time meter that's in most RPGs now,
Yeah.
and it's not there.
No.
So it's kind of like a JRPG, like
Yeah,
a classic JRPG.
It's super turn based.
And that's why
I
it's not
love
much
that.
faster because you can spend 5-10 minutes trying to pick the right combination of cards to play that turn.
This seems like an interesting world too.
It is.
Yeah, it's a very lore based game too. Like every scenario has a backstory. We haven't got to a point where you open up new parts of the world.
Yeah.
New like characters that will expand. Like there's literally a card event you do in the game that takes the narrative to the third act.
Mhm.
Because we're playing in the first act still. Most time games the first act and then goes second and third, like a traditional, story.
And the world is interesting because it's kind of like it's a fantasy world, but it's based in a wretched hive of scum and villainy. So the whole thing is like, hey, this place, everyone here's a thief and a crook, and everyone wants to kill you and steal your stuff. And like, what are you gonna do in this place? So like, you kind of go into it role playing like, all right, we're kind of dirtbags and we're living in this dirtbag world.
Okay.
That's Gloom Haven.
Sometimes you got to rob
So you're
somebody.
gonna say that's Philly.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes you got to rob the person whose carriage breaks down because if you try to help them, they might stab you in the back.
That's right. I always loved games and even movies and things where if you did the right thing, a bad thing has a likely chance of happening.
Yeah, and that happens in
That's-
Gloom Haven a lot.
That is Gloom Haven. It'll literally be like, hey, you see an orphan like fell down on the street and broke their leg. Do you go to help them or do you smug them? Like those are the two options you have. And sometimes you're like, oh, help them. Like the orphan, it was the front, and then this gang jumps on you and beats you up, and you're just like, you never know what it's gonna do. It's a mess.
That happened to me. There was a kid at a festival who asked me to like take a picture with them, and I did, and I put my camera down, and that camera was gone.
Oh no.
Absolutely a setup. It was one of the cheapest cameras we had, but I was still just like, what? I've been had.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. So I was so bummed out. But
Grifters are still there.
but here's the you know what? Should have listened to Gloom Haven. I should have mugged that kid.
That was the other option. The
I
only
should
other
have mugged that
You're from
kid.
kid.
So here's a game. I don't wonder if you know about this.
Yeah, hit me.
It's not a video game. It should have been. Have you ever heard of Hero Quest?
Hero Quest.
Look up board game Hero Quest.
I feel like maybe.
So this was it was essentially
Oh
like
yeah, down there. Why Hero Quest? Yeah.
oh this is just a fantastic
Oh, I love this.
this
dude.
video you just got to hear because he's doing this voice this whole time and he talks about why Hero Quest is great. But it's got these little miniatures. It's basically baby's first D&D.
Okay.
But you're moving around this grid-based world and it opens up as you're moving through. I just played this with my kids and we had a ton of fun. But the whole thing is like you go and you're rolling dice,
Yeah.
you pick up items. It's simple. It's like you roll 3 dice. That's the max you're rolling.
I'm looking at it like it's Warhammer, but it's not Warhammer.
No, it's like very simple. Like you go and really.
I love this guy. By
Oh,
the way. What is this guy's channel? This is awesome.
If this is baby's first
Bardic
D&D,
broadcast. I love it.
Warhammer for infants.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, and this whole thing.
I go track.
This is like a comedy sketch, this thing, but he keeps on going, the best thing about Hero Quest is the cabinets. And he goes talking about the best thing about Hero Quest is these cards. And he's stomping and he's doing a great voice. In your spare time, watch this video.
I
It is
will.
worth
I
it.
will.
I remember was it you that brought it in the 6th grade? Somebody
Yeah, I brought it in.
8th grade. And one day we just weren't doing much in the summer, and the teacher's like, "You can play board games," and Chris is like, "Let's play Hero Quest."
Yeah.
Is there a Hero Quest video game?
There is not, and it really
No adaptation?
should be no
Not even
adaptation.
a PC.
Do you know who
No.
made it? Is it?
I forget
It wasn't
who
part
was.
of Family Game Night.
It wasn't. Oh, Milton Bradley. It says Milton Bradley on the
Milton
box.
Bradley, okay.
Oh, that's the other one. Okay, we were trying to figure this out. Milton Bradley and Parker Brothers designed your childhood, pretty much.
Yeah,
Back in our time, anyway.
yeah.
Yeah, Hasbro like bought all these board games they own from other companies. I'm pretty sure they didn't develop half of these.
I'm
It might have been Milton Bradley. I don't know what they're up to these days.
curious. A question for you. I know for Steve.
Shoot.
But are there any board games you have played now in your modern life?
You know, boy, I not really. I think I played one round of Settlers of Catan,
Okay,
which I believe is a video game
it
now.
it is.
Yeah.
Okay. And I know that's huge, Settlers of Catan. And I enjoyed it. But so for me to get, this is like epitome of nerddom, right?
Yeah,
For me to really enjoy these, I need to be among those people,
right.
you know? So I was always playing with like, you know, some frat boy type people. So it wasn't as fun as people who were like big thinkers,
Yeah.
you know, which would make it a lot more fun. Oh yeah, there you go. Settlers of Catan, the video game.
You know where we got to take you?
Yes.
PAX Unplugged. Have you heard of this?
No.
It's in Philly. So it's PAX is a gaming convention.
Mm-hmm.
There-
The arcade guy.
I was just gonna say, Penny
There
Arcade.
are 5 of them. There's one in Philly called PAX Unplugged that's specifically all tabletop games.
Oh, I'd love to go.
It's like the first weekend of December at the convention center.
It's at the convention center, so it's right downtown.
Yeah.
We always go. This year we went with the first time. I guess we really went hard since COVID.
yeah.
And they just have this library out of every board game ever,
Yeah.
and you rent them and you learn them and you play with. It's all nerd.
And
It's
like-
the nerdiest nerd.
There's exhibitors, showing off
Oh,
the new
yeah, I'd
wares.
love to go.
We're taking you
I'm
in
in.
December.
I'm in. I finally made it, boys. I'm going to PAX Fest Unplugged.
We can make it a Tubby Talk remote.
You know what else? We're media. So we can
Yeah.
get badges.
Oh, nice. Don't have to pay for it. Nice.
That's right.
Don't have to
Wait a
spend.
minute. We're back on E3. We're going to ruin PAX Fest.
But it's super fun. Yeah, it's a great place to go to be among those people.
Yeah.
Right. It is all people who
Who
go
I love. I'm not saying that with any shame
people
or
who go to the board game convention are the real ones.
Yeah,
Yes.
the people that like cosplay all the time. too.
Exactly. Hey,
And-
you-
and they're just
I
sitting
did
around
that.
wearing like Viking horns, playing.
my Mario
Warhammer.
cosplay is right there.
Yeah. So this Catan you've played.
It was a Catan. Yeah, that was my foray because board games I feel like had a massive resurgence in the 2020s. Like they went mainstream.
Yeah, like around 2015, like there were like board game cafes opening up.
Yeah.
There was one on Ridge Avenue. I think it closed, right?
Yes, it did.
Yeah. It was
Unfortunately.
there for a couple years. I know there are a lot in the suburbs, like Montgomery County.
Mhm.
Have a few.
And that was kind of
Well, JD does them. I'm pretty sure.
yeah.
JD's Hero Complex every once in a while,
Oh,
like a
yeah.
Magic the Gathering or some sort of.
And I
board game
think
night.
they do board game nights with Fat Lady Brewing.
Oh, cool.
They have them there.
Yeah,
'cause
they
there's a
started
better
yeah,
space for it.
Mondays they do D&D on. I know D&D at least on Mondays.
Yeah.
Because everybody was talking about it this Monday at the shop.
Mhm.
Tubby's open on Mondays now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah! Congratulations.
Steve did his
The
first Monday
experiment.
shift, and yeah, it's so far so good. Gonna keep it going as long as people come.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the post where it's like, "Where this is an experiment. If you come, it will be open. If you do not come, it won't."
Yep.
Yeah, so you just come by before D&D, get some ice cream, and then go play in D&D on a full stomach of delicious.
That sounds like a good night to me.
There's a little ad break in there.
Yeah. But yeah, Catan kind of was a resurgence, and what I think they originally called German style board games.
Yeah. The 20 plus page instruction manual.
Yeah.
Everything very rigidly constructed to fit into this box. Too many pieces. You unfold it. You think, how can this possibly go back into the box? But it's all just engineered to fit perfectly because
Because Fifth German.
Yeah. They
German
get it.
engineering is the greatest in the world.
So
Can I see, Dylan? There was a game I remember called Atmosfear. Did that have
yeah.
a video game? Atmosfear board game video game.
Wasn't that something somebody played at PAX this year, or one of our friends bought, or something like that?
I don't recall.
So
Gatekeeper.
this game was crazy because this
Okay,
came out
no,
in the 90s and
Not
whatnot.
this one. Okay, this is Atmosphere with the word fear. It's a pun. Okay.
So I think it's a commercial
Atmosphere
for
the game.
board game.
So I think the game did come back.
Is it a video board game, or is it a video game of a board game?
So that's the thing. It was a board game that required a video.
Oh.
Video interacted with you as you played.
Those
And
were
there was
really big in
this
the 80s,
guy.
right?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
You
look
played
at that
this.
animation. I did. Yeah, I remember had this as a kid, and it wasn't very fun to play as like. It wasn't very fun to play as a kid because part of it is you all have to write down what you're scared of on a piece of paper, and then whoever wins, you read, what the fear is. So if you're playing with your buddies and you're trying to be cool or something like that, doesn't really work. But it was a video. It was a video, and there's like this gatekeeper thing. Just go about halfway through. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, 90s hair, baby.
Like sit around this guy.
But yeah, there would be this timer, and then this guy would stop you and change the game up, and he would just go stop, and then he would give you some sort of thing like we're seeing here. Well, I could have sworn they turned it into a video game, but I guess not.
Oh, it kind of is already.
Yeah, it's literally a video game.
There's one of these for Star Trek that came out in like 91, 92 as well. It was like you were like at a Klingon Academy, I think.
Well, so these made a ton of sense once DVDs came out. Like they'd be like, "Hey, go to chapter X. You can jump from chapter to chapter." They made some for VHS, which made a lot less sense.
Rewinding for
rewind or fast forward. This one hopefully is DVD because that would be a better game.
Yeah, it looked like
this was definitely VHS.
Atmosfear started on VHS, and then it looked like there was a DVD update eventually.
Did you play on DVD or VHS?
Definitely VHS. I played on VHS because
you have to like fast forward and
that
stuff.
creature. No, because it's part the clock, the countdown clock is part of it. So no matter what, you're playing for an hour, and then just at 13 minutes and 32 seconds, this guy would go stop, and then he'd say, "Now go the reverse."
So the same every time.
Yeah,
the video was identical. Okay.
That would be something.
Yeah.
If the video changed.
Well, it can do that with a DVD because you jump from chapter to chapter.
True. But no, it was. I guess it was always the same. But yeah, that's like a video game. Now, to go back to board games, my favorite board game to video game was always like on a regular PC. There would be battle chess.
Oh,
where you saw the chess pieces fight and
with like the one we had in school had like
there you go.
animations.
Yeah, I remember
this one. I remember exactly.
I remember very much
Ours was black and white.
Yeah, I remember being very jealous because this was a CD-ROM game, and I didn't have a CD-ROM for a long time, and so I was like, "Oh, I can't get battle chess."
Oh, you talk about like floppy disk drive?
Yeah, floppy disk drive is what I had at home.
Well, there you go, where they'll kind of battle each other.
And the thing is, like every single time someone died, they went through this, and it took forever. But so, like the first time you play it, like this is so cool, and then like, all right, I get it.
50th time you play it.
Yeah, then it's like we want to go
and then the computer it's thinking. It's thinking about its next move. So they would take the computer a minute to think about its move.
That's right. That AI used to actually think in front of you.
Yep.
Oh, speaking of video games and battle chess, you ever play the game Archon?
No, let's see it.
NES. It's like on a chess-like board, but all the pieces are just monsters.
Archon. How do you spell that?
I think it's Archon. ARKHON, maybe.
Archon.
NES.
HON.
No, if you search for Archon NES, I think it was a card. ARCHON, maybe.
No. Oh, Archon and Faustus is a band, probably a death metal band from.
Nice. You know what, Dylan? You could probably just type in like
ARCHON. Archon.
Archon.
Yeah.
That's like
the light in
Starcraft
the dark.
spelling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's go about halfway.
yeah.
Activision. So this is before Tony Hawk.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, this is. Oh,
Yeah, so-
what?
Yes, when the pieces would collide on the battlefield, you go into a one-on-one
real-time battle.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Like
That's probably the best way to do it is like introduce a concept that you have to do that is a video game within the board game elements. So now I bet we're going back.
then you go to the board game.
Neat.
No, it's a lot like chess looking.
Yeah.
Like even with like pawns.
This is very neat.
Oh.
So you have to go and get life meters. Yeah, I used to play this all the time. And then my dad was like, "What are you doing? Why are you always playing this video game? You should play real chess." And I was like, "Real chess is as exciting
Yeah, but real chess,
to me."
I can't
as
stab
yeah,
people.
exactly. I'm not. It's not a test of skill after you try to take my pawn. And it's like, yeah, that's the point.
I didn't know this game existed. This is neat, especially on the NES. Like, there's a lot going on. So
Yeah, the sorceress could revive pieces, so she just revived like the shape-shifting ooze thing, which is like the weird bird-looking unit.
dude, I'm surprised they didn't make this into a board game. Like, it must have been kind of like little known.
Wow.
but it's cool.
Yeah, I don't know how we got the actual. I think we got it because it looked like chess, and my dad was like, "Oh, it looks like chess," and then he was like, "This isn't chess."
He was like, "This is garbage. You're moving someone around. Look, what is this bear man with the?"
Yeah, but you know what this is? This is probably, Star Wars had the game that Chewbacca played. Let the Wookiee win.
Yes.
And, that was essentially battle chess.
Oh, I don't remember what that's called.
Oh, yeah, it does have a
Knights
name.
of the Old Republic. I can't remember the name though.
Dylan, can you look up what is the Chewbacca chess game?
Space chess.
Because Kashyyyk was the name of their planet, right? Or
Djarik.
Hollow chess.
Yeah.
Holographic chess or hollow chess. Yeah. I bet is there a
Is a
Is there a
primarily
Djarik video game? There has to be.
Yeah, Djarik.
Actually,
There's no way someone didn't program this.
like I know they took the card game from The Witcher and made it a real
Boom.
card game.
comes to iPhone
Gwent.
with ArcKit.
Okay, so somebody just like
Oh, it's augmented reality. Oh, that's fun.
uh-oh.
And I have a feeling that this is like a fan thing. Like I don't
This
think
is
it's
the
a
scene
commercial
from the
product.
movie.
Yeah. Which was cool. Like you saw this and the piece. This is like the promise of battle chess.
That's exactly what it was. And there were definitely monster-based versions of Battle Chess that were fun. And Battle Chess stayed with us. I think the reason I remember it is it was preloaded on a couple of computers later on. Like it was one of those, you had solitaire, chess, and then Battle Chess for some reason was on a couple of them. Can I see an updated version of Battle Chess?
Because like we had Apple IIe's at the school, and then they got a new, I think, disc-based Macintosh, and that played Battle Chess, but it was in 3D. It was in black and white.
Yeah. Well, that was the next lab. Like I think the whole time we were there,
Really?
the Apple II lab was still Apple IIs. I
Or
think.
maybe I'm thinking of my elementary school. I don't remember.
Oh yeah. And 3D.
Oh, this must have been more annoying because I'm sure it took way more time.
Integrated in the spirit dust. There's a skip button.
Is this a pawn?
pawn kill Oh, so this is just all the kill animations.
Ah!
The bishop is killing the pawn. No, this is
magic.
The pawn killed the bishop.
It is definitely longer.
Yeah,
Did you see that? We went
Oh.
through someone's head. Oh,
Yeah. See, to make this good, you have to have
My
some
word.
choreography to everything.
absolutely.
Wiped his brow.
It seems a lot more. When you see like a soldier stabbing a priest, it's a little bit.
Or the king.
Or the king.
I was getting knighted.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, is he gonna? Oh,
Oh man.
Battle chess going hard.
Yeah.
Look at me. I am the king.
I'm the king now.
I am the king. Wow, and that's you winning chess.
Yeah, wait, that should never happen. You never actually attack the king. That's not how you play chess.
Yeah, the king's supposed to.
Checkmate.
The
Yeah.
pawn definitely should have been that.
Yeah.
Oh well,
The king should not.
some people
Die.
play that weird way where the
Pawn-
queen is actually the one.
Who is what you need to get into check?
I have encountered this a couple times. Now they might just have not known how to play the game, but I have encountered it more than
That
once.
seems like you wouldn't be able to finish it because once you make enough room, the queen can just run away forever.
Well, you know
Yeah.
what? Maybe we misread the animation though, because maybe he was in checkmate, and that's what happens in
Yeah,
checkmate.
maybe
in
that
this
maybe
game.
shows the death in checkmate. Yeah, it's in real chess. I know we used to play as kids like you kill the king and that's when you win.
Yeah.
That's not how you play chess. Pro tip. That's not how you play chess. Man,
How do you play chess?
well, you put the king in check means he's in danger of being killed.
Right.
And then checkmate means there's no way for him to get out of danger of being killed.
Yes.
And if he's in check, you must get him out of check. That you must.
Yeah. You
cannot
don't
leave
have.
him in
There's
check.
no other move you can do.
Yeah.
And then someone just chasing you around. Check. Check. Check.
So
Check.
this looks fairly recent, like within the last decade for sure.
Yeah. Oh.
The queen looks
What did he
young
do?
here.
Did he offend her?
Oh. The shield bash to the
What the
neck.
hell? Who developed this?
Pawns are grody.
Who developed this?
See-
What are these guys?
They gotta
Is this a
do.
rook?
They gotta do a battle chess
guess
by Neverrealm or whoever did Mortal Kombat.
Netherrealm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Who's the chunky dude? What character is that supposed to
It's gotta
be?
be the rook.
I guess it's the.
I don't know. Does he move like this? Does he move forward and then
Yeah.
to the left, or does he only move diagonally?
Wow.
There was a big armored figure who I assumed was
Here,
was a knight, but he
run
was
this
a-
forward a little bit, Dylan, so that we're out of the pawns and into.
Yeah, like that's got
Oh.
to be a knight.
Yeah, so clearly that's in the.
A horse though. What the?
Oh, he's got a horse on-
on his
Oh no,
chest.
he's all the way on the left. He is a rook.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of being a castle, he's a big chubby guy.
Yeah. Oh, you actually saw the lineup there. Yeah.
Whoa. I don't know if that would help you.
Whoop. Not against a knight. He even did the jump.
So they put a lot of animations.
Yeah.
Obviously, this whole game is just like about the animations. You want to watch these cool death animations.
That's right. Bishop kill animation.
Bishop versus Bishop.
How? Oh, it is still just
Physical fighting.
Jeez.
Oh,
Louise.
Yeah. This is...
Is there a blood version of this?
It really feels much more graphic.
Yeah. Can you know what? Just for me, look up violent battle chess.
Like, let's toast.
Let's all act like we're 14 again.
Yeah.
Let's see the blood.
Battle versus chess.
Violent battle chess. Yeah, I don't think there was like a gory version.
Well, I mean, that was pretty gory if you ask me. There was some interesting things there.
King's 2023 gameplay. It's right below the cutoff at the bottom. There you go.
Yeah, I think
Is that what we were watching?
No, this is a new
Oh.
thing. It says 11 months ago.
battle chess black gameplay. Oh, as black.
That was freaking me out because there's a mouse on screen. Yeah, that's what we were watching.
Yeah, so it's not from the last. It's just from the last 10.
It's from this year.
From this year, yeah.
Wow.
Well, last year.
So someone was like, "Hey, we got to get all them battle chess stands to come buy this game."
Hey, man, I think we just publicized the hell out of their new release.
I hope one person made this.
I hope, a lot of people want, Raid Shadow Legends to sponsor them. We're going for battle chess.
Yeah. You can choose from 2 different colors in battle chess.
I mean, you know how many skins you could sell for chess?
Oh, a lot of skins.
There's pawns. Okay, you can sell like 6 skins.
Well, you could have themes for like, oh, well, my team's like the mermen, and they're all like scaly people.
They also don't all have to be white.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
you could just change that.
yeah, that's gonna be a great.
Different character models.
You have a character.
battle
You
chess.
need a character creator for chess.
You gotta pay for chess pieces of color.
DLC. Oh, that's just below the belt. Oh, what is it? They're gonna poison each other?
That's what I assume.
I poison your wine.
He's like,
I poison yours as well. But I built up an immunity.
Never battle of Sicilian and a battle of wits.
wait.
Oh, he just hits him to
What? Rules. Dude, battle chess is the best game. We're doing a Let's Play. Yeah. We're doing this on the Let's Play channel. That's coming soon, everybody.
Nuts.
Dylan, I gotta know, is there downloadable content for this?
Through the neck.
Battle Chess Game of Kings DLC.
I want to know if there's Battle Checkers, Battle Connect 4.
You know what? Next Smash Yunkers, we're doing Battle Chess at Venice Island.
Well, that's the thing. If it's popular, like we could really move this into all kinds of esports.
It's true. It's true. I don't know how Steam works. Where
I don't think there's DLC. It would have been.
Yeah, it would have been
a big
listed there.
button to be like, buy it.
oh, okay.
It depends how new this was. Like if this just came.
$30.
Oh, 11
The
months.
video's 11 months old. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing. What the hell is that? Small soldiers battle for Necron.
That's a fan video. They did like a CGI little short.
Yeah, but it's from Small Soldiers.
It's just somebody's thing. It's not
Just a
actually
proof of
from, yeah,
concept.
my girlfriend showed this to me because she's like, yeah, Small Soldiers was great, and let's watch this video. And I was like, some person made it. It's really cool.
Yeah, some people.
But I
make
thought it was a
amazing
sequel,
things.
and I was going to get real excited. And it's like, no, somebody just made a Small Soldiers.
I cannot
animation.
wait until some of these like genius animators are just given a budget and like allowed to make the real movies because they're so good. Have you ever seen the Dragon Ball Z fan
No.
Yeah.
video? It's incredible. It's called like Legend or something or Dragon, and it's like it's a what if. It's incredible and just made by one guy.
I know there was one back in the day. It was Batman. I think Dark Justice. I think it was called.
Mhm.
It was like a 7-minute video. It was Batman, it had Robin in like the full like red, yellow, and blue green suit, but he's just like hunting like I think Killer Croc in the alley. And it's like real atmospheric.
Is it animated?
No, it's not Killer Croc.
Is it
He's
live
hunting.
action?
It's live action. No, he's hunting a xenomorph.
Okay.
Batman versus Alien.
Yeah, it's like Batman and Robin are like hunting something through like these dark alleys, and you just see glimpses, and it turns out it's a xenomorph from Aliens.
Okay. Battle chess. Where's the skins? Give me Batman skins and give me alien skins.
versus xenomorphs and predators.
Exactly.
I would love DC versus
Yeah. I mean, you can make novelty chessboards of everything.
Wayland
Yeah.
Yutani Extended Universe, I guess.
Yeah.
This is such a weird request. Is there an Unreal Engine 5 Monopoly?
Probably not yet. I'm sure there might be a Unity Monopoly. I feel like that's the big like game creating platform.
Bam.
Oh wow, yep.
Weekend project. There you go. Wow.
So I made it in a weekend.
So this.
Well, that's not very unreal. Okay.
It just looks like a
What
port.
up, dude?
It just looks like a port of the other one. So I don't know if they ported it, into Unreal 5 or if they made it
Man,
from scratch.
the camera really should not follow the hat so closely.
That's exactly how the latest.
He's
PC
working
version-
on it. They did it in a weekend. That's stealing property trade. Okay. I like that it exists.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is.
I can't believe it exists. Like when you said like, nah. But yeah.
Here, go back. I think there was more than one.
So there's Monopoly for every console like iteration ever, and then also fan creations because there's not enough Monopoly in digital world.
Wow.
How else are you going to get your house rules in the Monopoly?
Yeah.
Well, except some of the versions have sliders and toggles where you can be like, money into free parking. Laying on free parking gets people out of jail, stuff like that. Like, which I've seen people play. Or laying going next to jail.
Yeah. Well,
Some people let, that
free parking, you
jail.
can collect community. You collect whatever's put in.
That's
Yeah.
a house rule.
Yeah, that's house rule. That's a 100% house rule. Free parking is literally just a spot that says free.
It's a very common
Should have
house.
played it on Game Boy.
Yeah. Game Boy would have told you like, no, free parking's nothing.
I always preferred any fines going under free parking instead of back to the bank.
Yeah, we all did fines. That's what we did to the kitty, and then somebody.
Somebody will win it.
It makes the game go so much longer though, because then someone who's losing gets something like, I got $3,000.
But that's what it is. Is it's like keeping you invested. Of well, maybe old Gil's gonna come back this time.
Yeah. Only there's a pretty high chance of it happening too. It's not like the lottery, 1 out of a million. It's like 1 out of 15. You might win the lottery.
There's a card that sends you to free parking, isn't there?
Ah.
I think there's a chance card that
Definitely
sends
takes you
free
to
parking.
jail.
Or sends you near it, like in front of it.
Yeah.
So you can move into it. Really.
Man, there's so much. Like this is
Yeah, my
a
mind.
broad world.
My mind.
We
Wait
got
a minute. It also goes the other way because there is a Super Mario Monopoly.
Yes.
Yeah. There's a lot of theme
Board game.
monopolies that
Yeah.
Hasbro started doing. I have a Transformers Generation 1 Monopoly that I will never open because it's my most cherished Monopoly set.
He's just 13 and up. So you don't want any 12-year-olds playing this game.
Whoa, this even has Cappy.
Yeah, this is very new.
Oh, this is brand new.
It's
What,
got
it even got a
actual-
sound where you could shake things up. I mean,
Wow.
Super Mario Celebration
All the
Monopoly.
Marios.
Wait a minute. And Hasbro, there's our people.
Yes. They know how to make money. Oh, Parker Brothers and Hasbro. Are they the same company? now?
Holy
Yeah,
moly,
Hasbro
what
bought
is
them at
going
one
on?
point.
It's just a singularity of board game.
Hasbro owns everything
God.
now. That's all different podcasts, but apparently they're a giant conglomerate of entertainment.
So there's a whole thing like every college you go to, university has a version of Monopoly of them.
Yeah.
Like you go to Penn State.
Oh, yeah, there's a Penn State one.
Monopoly, and apparently like there's a company that just like, we'll make you a custom Monopoly and you can sell it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Are we Parker Brothers? No.
No. with it.
But we'll do it. We're the Parker sisters.
And then it goes
We've been
even-
running illegal gambling on board games for 20 years.
Wait, so what is the
For
equivalent
200.
of the railroad then? Was it the chance blocks? It was just an entirely new board.
You would think the chance blocks would be chance.
Hey, there it is. Why isn't it Mariopoly? Mariopoly.
Because it's Monopoly branded. You need that Parker Brothers
True.
trademark.
This is just a Super Mario celebration.
Got a new Dunk City.
Nice on the
park
chat.
place.
Nice on community chest that it's the Mario Brothers 3 chest.
Oh, nice.
So this, yeah, full circle. So, when this all started, well, I like to take a conversation like this all the way back to when they made video games, they didn't actually know what to do. They just thought, well, let's just take a game and do a digital version. And so there were a lot of like weird games and some that really didn't translate. Battleship for Nintendo was awful.
I've never played it. I heard it was really bad.
Awful.
NES
Because it was
Battleship.
literally just, a translation. And
And you can't you the whole point of Battleship, you can't see what the other person's doing.
Yeah.
So if it
Oh,
breaks the game
Mm.
unless you're like
You gotta
close
look
your
away.
eyes. For
Oh,
breaking-
I think this is
this is SNES. They made
Yeah.
it again.
they did, but again, it's just like these were not made well. know?
You moved. This is different.
But again, it's very very odd because they didn't know how to do this. But I'd say like based on what we just talked about today, they cracked the code.
Yeah, there's definitely demand. Like they keep making them. Monopoly is definitely a big one, and then it does go even fuller circle. Like Steve played at one PAX. There was a Street Fighter board game, so they took they made an original board game based off of a video game.
Man, they got me. Just they got me. You know, because I was a gamer first.
That's so bad. I don't think it wasn't released at the time, but
That was like a beta sort of
yeah,
thing.
they were testing it.
Street Fighter the Miniatures game.
Okay,
Yeah.
there it is.
So yeah, find where he's actually got it down.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
So it's similarly card based, like a. Yeah, he's not playing the game, just showing the pieces from the board.
Yeah, try the gaming. Man, this is a network of stuff.
Yes.
People love board games.
Yeah, but this
And
was
figurine-based board games, too.
Yes.
it's not quite a video game, but on some sort of board games that I've played. I played the Warriors board game based on the old movie from the 70s. It's weird. It's weird, but it's fun. You play as them trying to make it through all the gangs, and every couple blocks you have to stop and fight a gang.
Mm-hmm.
The game mechanics, and you get to the end, and you have to fight all the gangs.
Now, I hope that there is an audio component of that, like in the middle with the radio announcer.
Not in the game. I was the audio component when I was playing it.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's fun.
But I mean, yeah, it would be awesome. I mean, now you do it with a video where it's actually like it's just the bottom half of her face, right, on a microphone, where she's saying like, "Warriors, better watch out." Not come out to play. That was by another gang member.
Yes.
The one who actually fingered them to begin with.
Yeah, he was in the Furies. They were the
Was
baseball. They were the baseball clowns.
Was he in the Furies?
I think he. No, he wasn't. He had a cab he had on. No, he was in a cab. I don't remember why he was in a cab when you had the bottles.
Hey, yeah, it was them. It was the Warriors.
See, yeah, I remember you played this a little bit. It's basically, you go to this place and the people teach you how to play their games, and you're like, oh, cool, maybe I want to buy it. So it's part of their pitch. But it's a great place to go, like, because sometimes, to me, learning to play a board game is the most painful part.
Absolutely.
I thought you were going to say the most fun part, which some people, like your wife, will say sometimes.
Yes, my wife is deep into board games in a way that I am not capable of.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So wait, she loves learning a new board game, not playing a board game with experienced
She loves
people.
the whole process. Yeah.
Most of that is just my commentary because she'll play 3 board games a week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you can't enjoy the game that much if you don't keep playing. If you play it once and move on, you must not like it that much. You must love learning rules.
She does this thing they call a 10 by 10, where you have to play 10 board games 10 times in a year.
Oh.
And like, so it's 10 games you learn, but then if you play it 10 times in theory, you know how to play the game really well by the end. And I know she's done that in the last couple years. Yeah.
Huh.
Every time we play a board game,
they got water.
Chun-Li
doesn't have water attacks.
It's a blue.
It's a whoosh.
Yeah, whoosh.
It's because they needed something to physically hold her up in that pose.
Oh yeah, like Vega doesn't have fire.
That's just for embellishment.
Yeah, but if I remember correctly, this game was like $120. The miniatures really
seems worth it. I mean, this is great. I love that we found a way to go full circle on this of like, you know, board games becoming video games and then video games becoming board games.
Yeah.
What's next?
Well, I think board games, there's just so many more now than there ever have been. And I think just more of those are going to get adapted into the digital realm. Like another big one, I think after Catan, Wingspan is kind of the new hotness. Have you heard of that?
I have not.
It's at least on Android.
Look up Wingspan video game. Wingspan. So Wingspan is a board game about birds. It's basically about like bird watching.
Wow.
That is kind of
gamified the most boring thing in the world.
They really did. But they've made a digital version of it recently. It's coming out soon, and this is kind of like, oh, people who like Catan are now moving into Wingspan, and you know, it comes with this birdhouse. Yeah.
So this is the launch trailer.
This is the launch trailer for the video.
Everything just looks awesome now.
Yeah,
it just does. Like this is a bird board game, and it looks incredible.
But basically, you take different types of birds, and they have different stats, and it makes magic.
Do you fight the birds?
You don't fight the birds.
So it's not Pokemon for birds.
No, it's not. It's more like.
Are you trying to collect cards? So you use the effects on the cards to get more cards.
You want to get more points.
Okay, yeah, you got a scoring track.
Yeah, there's a scoring track.
I'm just saying, DLC Pidgeotto, get them right in there.
Lay one egg on any bird for the chipping sparrow.
This is wild.
So
this is the new hotness.
This is the new hotness. Like people are making memes and wearing shirts of this game. So
is there a cuckoo card that is a wild card?
There's not a wild card.
Well, now I have a reason to wear my titmouse shirt.
Yes, you do. There are several titmice in this game.
Really?
I don't know if the plural of titmouse is
That was
titmice
interesting.
or
Yeah, it
titmouses.
sounded right.
That's a good question. I have no idea. But yeah, Wingspan.
Whoa!
That's the logo for the board game. A relaxing strategy.
Relaxing
Now,
strategy.
it gets less relaxing if you imagine that they're all the dinosaurs they used to be.
You make so much money
Actually, there's a dinosaur. No, there's a
on
dragon. one.
anti-anxiety games.
Yeah, just nice
video
chill,
games, like-
relaxing games.
Oh, that's great.
It's kind of
just
like
passing the time with friends.
the ASMR of board games. Just like
His Wingspan.
Yeah, you're just chilling out.
Well, it's like when
This
a,
game doesn't deserve that, Chris.
I'm sorry.
Well, I mean-
Wingspan's better than that.
it's similar to like adult coloring books.
Yes.
Like it's just let me do something where I can chill for a bit.
I wonder how much of this is our demographic aging.
Good point.
Like all I want to do is sit down with a warm bowl of soup and a puzzle.
Yeah, exactly.
Our voices get high nasally like this too.
That's right. Why? We're just old people playing Monopoly on Game Boy.
And then we're sitting here talking like, this is the new hotness. This is popular now. And the kids are like, you're just old.
You know who's not popular? You guys.
You're just old, man.
Yeah. Well, you have kids. What are they playing? Are they playing board games?
They are playing board games. They're building Legos a lot. Legos are like huger
Legos
than
hit
they've
it, yeah.
ever been. Like when we were kids, they were a big deal, but now it's like this huge
Well,
multimedia monstrosity.
Another toy that jumped into video games and then jumped into really good movies.
Yeah.
Like shockingly good
shockingly
movies.
good movies. And good video games. Like the video games sell like crazy. There's so many sets. And there's
the Lego Batman movie video game
yeah.
shows you how big this
How
thing
many
is.
loops to jump through to get to that?
Exactly.
Holy
And it's still
smokes.
high quality.
It's still good. Play the game. Will Arnett's in it.
But yeah, they play that. They play the board games with us. I mean, our kids are they have nerd genes, so they're going to be nerds.
I love it.
They're really into The Sims right now. Actually, they just started The Sims 4.
Is there a Sims board game?
Oh,
This will
there's
break my
got
head.
to
I feel
be
like there has to be.
The Sims board. I would be very
Monopoly,
shocked if
the
there wasn't.
Sims, I bet exists, but the Sims board game.
Man, there has to be. I would put money on that.
The Sims like board game.
Board game. Oh, it's custom.
It might not exist. Man,
Wait,
I would
did
have
we
lost
find
that.
one?
I would have lost it. It should have come right up.
It should have.
Wait, are people making a board
Custom.
game out of a game of Sims? Like in the game of Sims 4, are they making a board game?
Oh my God. Duh.
That would be kind of cool.
Jeez.
Make your Sims
Louise.
live a board game.
It would just be that top
Ultimate
one.
torture.
That top one, but I think it's yeah, I think the top one is someone built a board game in
Yeah.
The Sims 4.
Yeah.
How
It hasn't
far
happened.
away from real life are we have to get until people are happy?
Well, actually, the next phase.
That's exactly what it is. They built a custom board game in The Sims.
Well, you know, the Sims are about finding a new level of hell to make these virtual people live through.
One thing, VR is a new world for video board games. There a lot of augmented reality things are coming out now where you sit around a table with a VR headset and the board's not real, but you interact with it with your hands. And there was one that was really popular, apparently very good. Have you heard of this? That it was a VR-based board game
Board game.
that people loved. You look up popular VR board game, but it looks awesome. And it's just like everyone needs a headset to play it. So
Oh, that's
Board
expensive.
game ever.
Yeah.
But that,
Demeo, that's it. Demeo. Check that out.
that is a great.
Oh.
Like, look how cool this looks. Like, you're looking down at this, and it's basically like Gloom Haven looking.
Whoa.
But you got
Oh, what?
That's on.
That person's up. Wait, Stranger Things?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
Oh, they're just making a thing. Oh, okay.
They're doing
I was like, did they get the Stranger Things? In? Those kids cost money these days.
it. Yeah.
They're also not kids anymore. They're all like 25.
That's true. I mean, this is a cool thing because really now you don't have to buy the games. You just have to buy the headset. So if, someone who was video game inclined wanted to open a place with like 6 tables and around those 6 tables were 4 VR headsets,
Yeah.
that's the only overhead. And you never lose pieces on the floor.
That's true. You just got to.
Wow, all you need are chairs, a table, and a bunch of expensive VR headsets.
Yeah.
I mean, you can make people bring their own. You can bring your own headset.
I mean, that's just,
BYO VR.
You just need the table and the computer. You're good.
the VR headsets are less expensive than they used to be. I think
Someone's got to make that jump, and none of the big companies have done it yet. But and it shouldn't be Oculus. They're doing fine. It sounds like.
it's hard to say. No one has numbers out.
Oh, really?
And I know like the PlayStation VR 2 came out and it apparently was kind of a like PlayStation VR 1
that one flopped.
was very popular. Like people were like, this is really good for what you pay. Like this is awesome. But the new one, no
Yeah.
one's buying. I think it's probably because it's not compatible with the old one and it's all a mess. Yeah, it's different games.
Scummy.
Yeah. Like why?
Hopefully it's technology, technological limitations stop it from being backwards compatible, but I doubt it.
Yeah.
For before we wrap this up, the one we were going to talk about was Clue.
Yeah.
Can we see Clue on the Super Nintendo? Because this seemed like all of us remembered this. So Clue, Clue was one of those games that I feel like was always around and was just at everyone's house. It was one of those stock grandparents had it.
Well, yes. So
You had it. Somehow you inherited it.
I always felt like it's one of those games that adults love to play. If a kid wanted to also play it, they were like, fine. But adults are sitting around playing Clue.
Look at these character models. They all look guilty.
Yeah, they look like someone who could kill someone.
Colonel
Sure.
Mustard. Professor Plum even looks like a bad person.
I think these might even be the same pictures from the version of the board game I had. Professor Plum definitely had that look to him.
You know the look.
Oh, human or computer. So SNES, if you could play this 4 players,
Yeah, and
but you pass the paddle.
Yeah, and you just do like honor system where it's like I'm gonna look at my cards, turn away. They turn away, you look at your card.
See, that's
Is that how it works? God,
Yeah.
I distinctly remember renting this though.
so, whoa, that's a weirdly realistic hand.
And ew.
Oh,
Hail.
I wonder if that looked better on a CRT because it don't look great here.
Yeah, that's a new thing that's very, very interesting for me. You guys always knew this, but seeing the CRT, the designers were planning on it going out on CRT,
Mm-hmm.
which leads to it looking
But the short
odder
cuts,
now.
yeah.
Whereas, the pixels used to map properly. So,
It had a
playing
blend.
Donkey Kong Country on a CRTV is much different than playing on a non-CRT.
It felt rounder. It felt smoother. Yeah, it was CRTs.
Did you buy one or did you build one?
I have a CRT that I was given. People were getting rid of them in mass, for the past 20 years. But now they're selling them because people are like, oh, there's a market for this.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just like the classic video game market, that'll go too.
Yeah.
Dylan, do we have volume on the TV? Could we get it for this one last thing? I just noticed there's some breaking news. The Princess Peach game trailer just dropped.
Oh,
I don't know if you've seen it, but it would be cool if we could look at it real quick with the guests.
You saw that on YouTube as he
I
scrolled?
saw it on a YouTube like bottom right thing.
Princess Peach Showtime, a new Switch game coming out this year.
Yeah.
We know very little about it.
But I
Take
saw
it
the
to
trailer
stage,
drop.
Yeah.
and that's all I've really noticed. Like she plays like different characters from like different productions, and I don't know what the conceit is. I don't even know if Bowser's involved. I wonder if Bowser's involved.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's got finished being a castle, so I don't know if he has
He
time.
just got done being a castle.
Whoa, this place is huge.
So
oh,
Demeo's
it's
still going.
Wingspan or Demeo.
Demeo, I guess. I was like, Clue. Why's this so?
Oh, this is creepy music in Clue.
Here, Dylan, on YouTube, I want you to search for the Princess Peach Showtime, please. But that was creepy music.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. Here,
Nintendo
Yep, that's
Direct.
the one.
Oh no, this is
That's the original one. That's 4 months.
it's 4 months
It
old.
looks like there was one from 7 hours ago.
so go back, Dylan.
Yeah, it looks like there was one from a couple little bit earlier today.
Top right.
Yes,
New. Oh, the one that says
7 hours ago. No,
So,
that's
top
still the
right.
old, that's still the old one. Yeah.
that's Japanese.
There you go. You got it. Top right. That one. Thank you.
Okay.
Breaking news.
Transformation.
Whoa.
Ninja Peach.
Oh, so there's more platforming than it looked like from the first trailer. Awesome.
Howdy there. What the hell is
Like
this
mini
game?
games.
This is the Smash Brothers or music director. Definitely. It's
Yeah, it reminds me of a
Smash-
Kirby or a Smash.
Sakurai?
I doubt it.
Hey, clue. We tied it back. What are these little dudes?
Yeah, it looks like a collection of like mini games, like an anthology style.
Actually, I think those
Yeah.
guys were from Yoshi's Yoshi's Island.
Yes. That looks satisfying. And she's got big
Different
feet.
from Ninja Peach.
Yeah.
Oh, this looks like just a ball of fun.
March 22nd.
Oh,
That's
wow.
soon.
Thanks, Dylan.
Is that just a different orchestra version of the Smash theme?
No, that's a different song.
It's definitely the same instruments.
It looks very Smash.
Yeah.
But for you folks at home, keeping it current, Princess Peach is coming out. The best version of Monopoly is on Game Boy.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a Smash Brothers tournament happening in Manayunk on February 10th.
Yep. Sign up ahead of time on SmashYunkers.com. Please, the sooner the better, because it's going to fill up.
Thanks for watching Tubby Talk, everybody. Please leave us comments, likes, and subscribes. We love doing the show, and we'd love you to be interactive with us. So we love you. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
YUNKJunk!